Hi there, Ollie. Good afternoon. Just wanted to get your thoughts on how excited you are ahead of the trip to Liverpool. Always a key game in the season, but for it to come with the two teams first and second, and for you to be 3 points above them at the top of the table.
Yeah, you're always excited when you're gonna play against teams of that quality and caliber, of course. And for us, form goes out the window. It doesn't really matter if it's first or last game. You know, when you go to Anfield, it's a big game for the club. It's a big game for the players, for the fans. So I'm really looking forward to it because, of course, we are in a good moment of form at the moment. Sorry. Yeah.
Steve, do you want to go? Or?
Yeah, sorry, just one more, Ollie. After what happened in the week, going clear at the top of the table, any of those that you had success with at United as a player been in touch with you to congratulate you?
You don't get anything for being at the top of the league in January, so no, it's not a congratulations. Of course, it's not something that we've ever really valued. So it doesn't matter. You know, it's where you end up at the end of the season that matters.
Ollie, you've talked about mentality a lot and the improved mentality, and clearly that's important going to a place like Anfield. How much tougher is this group of players and how much more together are they?
No, it's a great spirit. I think we've gained some valuable players or valuable experience with some of the players, of course. And now a few of the signings that we've made, you know, Aaron, Dan, Harry, the ones that I signed as well, they've been here for a bit longer. They know more about the standards, the expectations, the pressures of being at Man United, and I think we've become stronger mentally, physically, more robust in both parts. And of course, you know, Bruno, Edinson, Odeon, Alex, Donny, coming from outside, they're good human beings and good professionals, which helps the group.
Awesome.
Yes, hello Ole.
Hi.
So with the league table as it is, and knowing what 3 points would mean in this game, and of course the fact that you're playing against one of your biggest rivals, is this one of the biggest games for you as a manager as well?
The next one is always the biggest. It's always the most important. Being, of course, where we're in the league, that just gives us more confidence, and it's a sign of, or an indication of where we're at. But the game against the champions, they've got an amazing record at Anfield. In the league, they haven't lost for many years. So of course, it's a great test for us. Can we go there and cause an upset?
David McDonald.
Hi, Ollie. You said yourself just then that the league doesn't matter this month, it's where you finish up. Marcus Rashford said in an interview that given the position you're in, finishing second or third wouldn't be a good season. Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't think where we're going to end up at the moment. You always want to improve, you always want to be better, you have ambitions of winning every game, and I'm glad that the players do think that way. And that means we're doing something right here at the club. The mentality is right. They want to do it, and for us, it's a chance now to test ourselves where we're really at. Because Liverpool at Anfield is one of the great challenges.
Samuel Lucas.
A number of coaches have had issues with Jurgen Klopp and his staff on the touchline in the past, and they've always seemed to avoid censure or a charge. Given how important Sunday's game is and that Klopp seems to be whipping up the siege mentality, do the officials need to keep a closer eye on his conduct and behaviour during the game, do you think?
I don't think it's my place to give the officials any advice. They're good at what they're doing, and they know what it's not something I think about at all. I've got loads of respect for Jurgen, and I've not experienced that at all.
Simon Peach.
Hi, Ollie. First of all, just wondering if there's any absentees for the match. And secondly, obviously Liverpool have got their injuries. They can't play in front of what would be obviously a very passionate crowd this weekend. And they've had a rocky recent run. Can you understand why people might think this is a good time to play them?
Well, I think we have as many injuries as them. So it's just... that's just how football is. You get injuries, and that's part and parcel of the game. I'll give everyone tomorrow as well to prove their fitness, to get a chance to go to that game. There's a couple of knocks that we got at Burnley that I'm not sure about. And for us, as I said, form goes out the window when you play your rivals, and but our form gives us confidence. So we're confident going into the game. But we are the challengers. They are the champions. They've earned the right to be the champions, and we're challengers and hunters. And you want something that they've had, and they have. So our mentality will be to work hard, to be humble, and do our best to see what we can get out of the game.
No, Costas?
Hi, Ollie. Is it hard to defend a title? You know, because as champions, do you think other clubs psychologically just lift themselves a little bit more because you're the champions? I mean, you've faced this a number of times, obviously. Do you think Liverpool are facing that now?
I want to ask a follow-up as well.
Yeah, well, it was always the biggest game for teams when they played Man United, when I played there, and I think that's always going to be the case, that when you play against teams that have been successful, everyone wants to be where they are. Everyone wants to be the champion, and everyone wants to beat them. Then they've earned the right to be looked up to, because they've played some fantastic football, got some fantastic results the last 3 or 4 years. So for us, we go there with the knowledge that we have to play to our best and work harder than ever to get a result. That's what you do against the best teams.
You said it would be an upset, but yet you're the ones on top of the league. Would it really be an upset, Man United beating Liverpool?
Well, if you look at the last few seasons, I think it would be an upset, and it would be a shock. I think our position at the moment is a product of all the hard work that we've done in the training ground, and what the players are putting down is every single day, and we probably deserve to be where we are at the moment. But I don't think many would have thought anything but another word for it than an upset if you go 6 weeks back, if we beat Liverpool at Anfield. So, but we're looking forward to the game, and hopefully we can cause that upset.
James Savundra?
Ollie, you went to Anfield a year ago, lost that game, and found yourself 30 points behind Liverpool in the table. You go there on Sunday, 3 points ahead of them. How much do you feel like you've closed the gap between yourselves and Jurgen Klopp's side?
Of course, we're a better side. We're a much better side now than a year ago. But then again, we lost that game to a Van Dijk header from a corner, and a counter-attack with the last kick of the game on our corner. So we were not a million miles away then either. I think that's a misperception that people say we were a million miles away. We did have some moments in that game ourselves. So, but of course the league position and that we are competitive, that we are up there with 6, 7, 8 other teams. Of course, it's a tighter season this year. I think the last few years there's been 2 teams running away with it already by the end of October. So now at least we're in it halfway.
James Duncan?
Ollie, obviously it's 3 points up for grabs, but given that they haven't lost at home in the league since April 2017. Do you think there's also an opportunity here for United to puncture that sort of air of invincibility around Liverpool at Anfield, and that this is a game when that could, there could be a psychological element to it as well as 3 points?
Well, I think every team goes into every game thinking that they can win it, and we know that we can beat anyone anywhere on any given day. So to be able to go into a game like this, feeling that if we play it to our best, we can win. It's a good feeling, but we know we have to perform to our best, and we don't really think consequences after that. We just think about the performance, because as I said many times, it's a test and reality check where we are really at. Because we've won many tight games, scored a few goals in injury time, showed that mentality. We've not really set the world alight too many times, and to win away at Anfield, you really need to be at your best level.
Simon Stone.
Hi. There's been a lot said over the last few days about player celebrations. What have you said to your players? And I'm just thinking, is it likely that if, for instance, you scored a winner in the last minute, that you could just not celebrate that?
I think we all know the situation we're in, and we all try to keep to the guidelines and keep to the rules. I can't promise anything, but of course, if I can. If the players can control themselves, that's the best now. Then again, football is about passion and instant moments. Then again, you've seen loads of players after they scored goals against their former clubs, for example, they can control their emotions. So I can't say anything but that we've spoken about it, our responsibilities and duties, that we are role models, and that we're going to do our best if we get the chance to celebrate, and let's hope we get one.
Hi Ollie, can I just ask a quick one on Anthony Martial specifically? Hamstring injury, is he looking likely that he's going to be fit? And secondary to that, just the way that the team has been previously, it's been chasing the top of the table. How does the mentality switch now that you are number one and you've got that first place to potentially lose or extend the gap?
I'm going to give everyone a chance another day. Anthony is not out of it. I think the only ones that are certainly out are Brandon and Phil Jones. They're the two that definitely cannot make the game. A couple of others maybe doubts, but we're hoping, fingers crossed. And of course, what was that again? Your question? It was a long question, the second one.
So it was just about the mentality. How does it change from being the team behind chasing to now the team in front that everyone else is chasing? Does that mentality switch when you're as a manager or as a player? And do you have faith in your group that they can sustain that kind of momentum that they've built up?
Well, for me, I'd rather be on top and have the points than chasing. But we are the challengers, we are the hunters, we are chasing the champions, because it's over the course of a long season. So they've got the right, they've got the cup, they are the champions, they're the ones that everyone would like to beat. So my players are the same, I think. We're playing against the team that was the best in England last season. They won. They've been incredible at home. So our mentality and mindset will have to be. We need that extra edge. We have to be humble and fight for every single inch on that pitch, inch of grass, because any little detail can decide one of these games. And we've definitely not thought that we're at the top and everyone's there to chase us.
Last question for Rob Dawson, please.
Hi, Ollie. Sir Alex used to talk about one of the main obstacles at before winning at Anfield was the atmosphere, the hostility, the fans being on top of you. I know we all want fans back in stadiums, but them not being there on Sunday, does that remove one of the obstacles to winning at Anfield?
I think football and the results in general have shown how important the fans are. I think it's swayed. We've not lost away from home since we were at Anfield last time in the league. That's a year, and that's not. I think that's a lot down to that the fans are not there. Of course, the results home and away. It's a green grass of there's just pitch of green grass and white lines around. So it's not home or away advantage. So of course, compared to a year ago and compared to the times that you go to Anfield with crowd, it's a bit of an advantage this time compared to normal. Because to be at home with your fans that's the best feeling for any player. It's not just a cliche that you need your supporters.